Hey everyone, it's Chris Bourdine, bringing you a bonus episode of Music and Moonsalts. New album review. I love doing these, partly because they seem to be my best videos as far as views and stuff. But I just love, I love not being about nostalgia all the time. There are times I don't want to be thinking about yesteryear. I want to think about today, and it's much more pleasant to think about music today than it is wrestling most of the time. So, please leave a like on the video and smash that subscribe button and leave a comment. Follow me on Twitter at IBNSChris, Facebook.com/musicandmoonsalts, Anchor.fm/Christopher-Bourdine5. Today, I am going to give my review of the Mammoth WVH album. Now, in case you don't know, you may be asking yourself, Chris, what in the hell is Mammoth WVH? Well, Wolfgang Van Halen, who is the son of the late, great Eddie Van Halen, he's been working on a solo album for quite a while, and it came out about a week ago on June 11th. And so the reason why he called it Mammoth is because you may not know, way back in the day, before Van Halen was Van Halen, like before David Lee Roth even joined the band, they were like a three-piece with Eddie as a singer, and they were called Mammoth. And so I guess Wolfgang has always loved that name and said, if and when I ever have a band, that's what I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it Mammoth. So that's how he came up with the name. And then WVH obviously is Wolfgang Van Halen. But Wolfgang, he's been playing with, he had been playing with Van Halen. He started playing with Van Halen as the bass player in 2007. I think he was like 16 years old at the time. And there was some, you either, obviously, there were some who were upset that it was not Michael Anthony playing bass. And I guess I understand that. For me, I didn't get a chance to see them the first couple times they toured. I finally got to see them in 2015, thankfully, because that would have been, sadly, my last opportunity to see them, as it turns out. But it didn't bother me. I was there to see Eddie, and I was there to see Dave. And as long as I had those two, and Alex, of course, I was going to be happy. So that's what I got, and it was a really good show. I'm glad I went. I'm glad I got to see them. Tick that off the old concert bucket list. But yeah, so, Eddie passed away in October, and then shortly thereafter, Wolfgang released the first single, Distance, as a tribute to his dad. And to be honest, like, I don't know what it was. I just wasn't in. It wasn't that I wasn't even interested. I don't know. Like, I saw all the stuff about this project, but I never listened to any of it, and I don't know. I wasn't like gung ho about it for whatever reason. It's really weird on my part. And it's kind of embarrassing now, to be like, I wasn't really into this at the beginning, because let me tell you, this album kicks ass. So as I said, it came out about a week ago on the 11th, and I talked to my brother later that day, and he's like, dude, have you listened to this? And I'm like, nah, I haven't. He goes, it's great. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So I decided the next day, I decided to listen to it. And my brother was absolutely right. In fact, I tried getting him on but he hasn't responded to me, so I'm guessing he's probably sleeping or something, or he's not home. But he's absolutely right. This album is fantastic. And we'll kind of get into the nuts and bolts of it. So I went ahead and I bought the vinyl here. I actually got the Walmart exclusive red vinyl because I am a sucker for the colored vinyl. So let me just pull. This is the first disc. And it's cool because the lyrics are all on the sleeves for each record. But there's what it's like a I think they call it transparent red vinyl. And there's you kind of see that. It's pretty cool, I think. Yeah, so I got that from Walmart. So I don't know if there's any other colors you can get at other places. That's just the one I saw, and it said Walmart exclusive. So there you go. So obviously, as you can see on the screen, also you see the cover. It's interesting cover. It's like a giant crab on the freeway, and it's got a car in one of its claws, and there's just a dude standing there with his briefcase. Like, what the hell is going on here? It's kind of a neat cover. Now the back cover. The back cover's got a little Easter egg for you Van Halen fans. So, if you know the cover, what the cover of the first Van Halen record looks like, it's 4 squares like this, the Van Halen logo in the center, and then it says Van Halen across the top. And each square has a member of the band. Now, here's where the Easter egg comes in. So, this square, Eddie Van Halen, the guitar player. This square, David Lee Roth, the lead singer. Down here, Alex Van Halen, the drummer. And in the bottom corner here, it was Michael Anthony, the bass player. So that's a pretty cool. I would hazard a guess that was done intentionally, but if not, that's a really cool coincidence. And then let me show you what the inside looks like. We got a nice picture of Eddie and Wolfgang together, and then Wolfgang just kind of laying with all the instruments. So he wrote and recorded and performed all these songs by himself. Everything. Drums, guitar, bass, vocals. And he recorded it in the famed 5150 studios that his dad built back in the day. So, like I said, Kyle, my brother Kyle says, hey, you got to check this out. And I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. So I listened to it, and it kicks off. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest, but this blew what expectations I did have out of the water. Like, it just blew my mind right out of the gate. The first song's called Mr. Ed, and it's just the first 4 songs are just real good rockin' songs. So Mr. Ed is the first one of those. And like the thing that struck me the most, he's got a great voice, lots of power, just a really good rock and roll voice. And it shows here. And then you also get a taste in the guitar solo that he can shred too. He's obviously he's Eddie Van Halen's son, so you'd think that some of that would translate, and it does. He shreds a little bit on that guitar solo. It's really good. Horribly Right is another good rockin' song. Epiphany. This is actually the first snippet of anything off of this that I actually heard. He's got a monthly radio show now on Sirius XM, the Classic Rewind, on Friday, one Friday a month or whatever. And so I heard a little bit of it, and this was a song that he played, and it's really good. It starts out, the bass gets a little chance to shine. It's just a really good song. I think Kyle said last night, him and I were texting, that this is his favorite song on the album. It's up there for me. It was for like a day. It was. I've settled on a different one. But it's a good song. It's a really good rocking song. Don't Back Down. Another just like I said, this first four songs are just rockers. Song, and then flip it over, side B. It's a 2 LP set. So on side B of the first record, is Resolve, and this is currently my favorite song on the album. His vocal performance on this song is fantastic. There's a vulnerability to it. He shows off his range a little bit. I love this song to death. It's my favorite. I know it's my favorite song on the album right now. You'll Be the One is a good song. Mammoth, I guess that would be the title track. Circles is a good song. Really, this album is all killer and no filler, as they say. If there were one song that I'm like, you have to take that off the album, if you put a gun in my head, I would say maybe Stone. But even that song has got some good qualities to it. The Big Picture, Think It Over, You're to Blame, Feel, Stone, and then the bonus 14th song on the album is the first single, Distance, like that we were talking about. And that's a tearjerker. That'll pull on your heartstrings. Just a little bit, obviously. In fact, Kyle said, if you hear the song, it'll make you tear up, but if you watch the video, it'll make you outright bawl. And so I haven't brought myself to watch that yet, because I am, this weekend will be my first Father's Day. So I'm anything like that, dealing with the relationship of a father and son is really gonna mess me up. I got a feeling. So, but yeah, Circles has got this really cool, like, delay effect or something on the guitar. And it just kind of, it's like a single chord that rings out, and it's got this cool delay chorusy effect. It's got some acoustic guitar in it too. It's just a really cool song. Again, towards the end, he really shows his vocal power and range. The Big Picture, like I said, is just a really great song. Like I said, this whole album is just really good. You're to Blame kind of has a the beginning of it kind of reminds me, how I always do this like weird association with other songs and other artists. There's no way like saying that he ripped anything off or anything like that, but immediately it made me think of the song Bridge Burning by Foo Fighters. It's got that same kind of feel to it. But obviously it's not anything. Once the song kicks in, it's definitely, you can tell, okay, it's a completely different song on its own. Feels another. Here's what I love about Feel. So there's he sings the first verse, and then there's a chorus, and then there's the chorus is it says, goes, it's a long, long way and another day, long, long way, it's another day, it's on the way, and then it repeats that. Well, then when they come around for the second, after sings the second verse and come a second chorus, you know, it's a long, long way, it's another day, long, long way, another day. So the background singers are doing that, and he's going like, and I feel he's just like screaming, and I feel like something's wrong, and I feel like something's wrong. It's really cool how it kind of like builds on each other. Um. Anyways, I'm probably not explaining that very well. But just trust me, it's awesome. Listen to it. Um. And then Stone is just like a deliberate. It's the longest song on the album, 6.5 minutes or thereabouts. Yeah, definitely the longest song on the album. Um, it's a very deliberate pace. Still very good. And then towards the end again. That's the other thing about Feel. The bass gets some shine in the middle of the song with some really cool overdrive, and he throws a couple. It's a pretty straightforward bass pattern, but he throws a couple licks in there that show he's an excellent bass player as well. And then Stone at the tail end of the song, just a really cool bass tone to finish out the song with some cool drum effects. So, and then like I said, Distance is just a real heart-wrenching, but also I don't know. It's like I'm happy you're better. Not here. Your all your pain is gone because you were suffering when you were here, but at the same time, I'm suffering here without you type of deal. That whole grief thing that we all feel when someone we love passes away. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. That's the album. I highly recommend going and picking it up. I've been listening to it pretty much nonstop since last Saturday. He's going to be opening for Guns N' Roses on their tour this summer, and if I wasn't already going to 3 concerts this summer, I probably would go to that one too. Because when I saw Guns N' Roses a few years ago, 5 years ago already, holy crap, I saw Guns N' Roses 5 years ago on the Not in This Lifetime. It was this first show of the big stadium tour. They were great. I'm like, yeah, I'll go see them again. And then now with him opening, like I'm like, oh, I really would like to go to that show, but alas, I'm already going to 3 concerts. So, but if you're not going to 3 concerts and you have some you want to go see one, I would go check it out for him. And Guns N' Roses, they put on a really good show, so check them out too. But definitely go check out Mammoth WVH. I kind of hope after he does the support for Guns N' Roses, he comes around and does like a theater tour, like the Fox Theater here in the Detroit area, or some places like that. Because I would definitely go check that out. Yeah, so check him out. I'm going to have one more extra special bonus episode this month. At the tail end of the month, it's going to coincide. It's another new album. Well, it's a new album, but this material on it is 20 years old. I'll give you a hint. And it also coincides when I'm going to release that. Coincides with an important date in my life as far as pertains to this particular artist. So until then, guys, again, follow me at Ibanez Chris. I'll also have a poll here shortly in the coming days about for the flagship show next in July, who you want to what theme music you want to see me break down. Hopefully I won't put any have anything conflicting like I did this month with the whole Warrior thing. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. And until next time, guys, see ya.